that little building there has a little stream going through it, which acts as a kind of fridge. So it keeps meat and stuff cool. Over here we have some soldiers. So we're going to be talking to those, and we're going to be talking about guns. Hello, how you doing?
Are you back again?
I am. I'm back pestering you
never stay away from this place.
I know, but what can you do?
What can you do? Good to see you.
Guns, yum.
Guns.
I'm going to just...
So you do the paranormal stuff as well then?
I do.
Right.
I do. I do. That in 1911, yes?
It is, yes.
And you by the little thing at the back?
The wee seg, the safety. That's your naval Colt.
Alright, yes.
It's a bunt line. Bunt line's the extended barrel.
Right, yeah.
It's basically a selling piece. You want a pistol and you need a rifle. You don't want to carry a rifle. Bunt line. It'll get you that extra distance.
Legal in Ireland because of the long...
Well, no, we don't have that. We don't have that over here. That's England.
All right. Yeah.
We have respectable firearms laws here. Sensible ones.
Yeah.
Sensible ones.
Yeah. I love the brass.
Yeah. It was
They're
just a
beautiful
feature.
made.
They were called naval Colts because the cylinder had an engraving of a ship.
Yeah.
They were never used by the Navy or sold to the Navy specifically. It was just the engraving.
Yeah.
Now, this particular one doesn't have it because we had to change the cylinder out.
Yeah. There's something about a revolver that's pretty cool, you know what I mean? Just the simple mechanism of it, you know?
Now this is a Russian Nagant revolver.
Alright.
And this is technically the only revolver you can put a suppressor on.
Right.
There's no such thing as a silencer because nothing deadens the sound of a gun.
Yeah.
It will suppress it.
Yeah.
Revolvers, you can't use suppressors as a rule because the explosion happens in this gap, so the noise comes out the gap.
That's right, yes.
With an Nagant revolver, if you look at that gap, as the gun's cocked, the cylinder moves forward and seals it.
That's right, yeah.
So it seals the gap.
Yeah.
So it means you can have a cartridge with a lot less powder in it because you're not losing any of the force out of the side of the cylinders.
It's interesting because the modern pistols have gone for a polymer frame with a metal slider on.
Lightweight, yeah.
We have airsoft guns, and some of them, unless you look really, really close.
Well, this is an airsoft. We bring this to let people feel the weight of a revolver.
Right.
This is an airsoft model.
Oh yeah, where you load. Yeah.
So we just have this so people can feel the weight.
And it's you know.
It's perfect. It's a 100% copy.
It is. It feels like the real thing.
The weight knows perfect. It's great.
Lynn, you have that one.
Which one?
This
You
one here.
can't pick any of these up because these are all live firing.
Yeah. You have this one here, the 1911.
Yeah,
Do you know?
in the BB.
Mine is HK.
H&K?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Do you know?
So that would be. Let's see, move that.
And
That would be the main weapons, personal weapons of the First World War.
yeah.
So the Russian had the Nagant, Germans had the Luger, Americans had the 1911, British had the Webley.
Yeah. It's a very
That is a Webley as well. That's a 1905 Webley semi-automatic pistol.
I thought it was a single shot until I see
No.
the little mag
No.
at the bottom.
7 rounds
Wow.
of 32.
Gee. But it's amazing too that you have the airsoft gun there and it just looks like the real thing.
Yeah, that's they're some of the I don't know the particular manufacturer, I'm not into airsoft, but some of the manufacturers their weapons are brilliant.
Even the Chinese, we have I can't remember now what the name of them are, but I have a.
Sorry, 1 second.
I have an AK-74 from a cheap Chinese manufacturer, but it's full metal.
Yes.
Do you know? But
Don't put me on video while I have these on.
no problem at all.
So this would be the development of bayonets.
Yes.
So you had your basic early socket bayonet. So it fitted on the rifle,
And you
twisted
twist
around
it,
it. Now, on these muskets, these are not sights.
There is no standard.
It's just a lug for the bayonet.
That's right.
go on to.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's all it is. You did not aim these weapons. You pointed them in the general direction.
And hope for the best.
Yeah, they're smooth bore.
Yeah.
So because they're smooth bore, the
Someone expressed an opinion about that.
The round?
Which was
is actually smaller than the barrel, smaller diameter. It'll bounce around the inside of the barrel.
Yeah.
Very inaccurate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hence, when you watch films, everybody's lining up, facing
Yeah.
each other.
right? As you can see,
It's so everyone can.
clearly doesn't.
I pointed you. If I hit over here or over there, it doesn't matter. I've hit. That's the whole purpose of lining up so close to each other.
Yeah.
To give each side a chance to actually have effective weaponry.
Yeah.
So that'll bounce. This would be the next development.
Yeah.
Now this is now a lug for the bayonet and the sight. So you now aim this weapon. This is rifled.
Right.
So there's spirals cut inside
That's right.
the
yeah.
weapon.
And then magically this.
That imparts a spin. So if anything's spinning, it's more stable.
Aye, so we're
Now,
done with
the problem, these are muzzle loaders. And for a bullet to catch the rifling, it has to actually engage and sink into the rifling.
Right.
The bullet either has to be exactly the same size, which means it's a bugger to load.
Yeah.
Really, really
A tight
lot
fit.
of effort. Or if you're a French artillery officer, you design something like this,
they also said
a Minet. And see this wee hollow here?
yes.
When the explosion in the main charge, that expands,
Yeah.
that grips the rifle.
Oh yeah.
So you can put a bullet of a smaller diameter easily down the barrel,
So pleased.
but when it expands, it grips the rifling on the way out.
And more of the
It will
energy,
now
more
spin.
of more
It'll
of
now
the
spin.
energies behind it too.
And it's stable, so you can now aim it at something.
Yeah.
Fantastic invention for weapons. But again, these are muzzle loaders. So
Yeah.
this is 1853 pattern. Towards the 1860s, they started to develop cartridges. Now, a brass cartridge, I should say.
All right.
So these are brass cartridges, right? A brass cartridge has its ignition, a primer. It'll have the powder contained inside, and it'll have the lead ball
The lead.
or the lead bullet
On top.
on top. So that'll go like that,
Yeah.
right? Now, sorry, just get this one out. So this is a Schneider cartridge.
Right.
Schneider rifles were a 3-band Enfield. 3-band Enfield's got 3 bands,
Right.
okay?
There's never
And
had to do with that. The public order unit.
they cut a lump out of the breech. So they cut that out. So you can now open this.
All right.
You take your brass cartridge,
They're on their own.
put that in,
Scattered across.
close it, it's now ready to fire.
Yeah.
Pull the hammer back. When the hammer shoots forward, it depresses this wee pin. That pin, in turn, sorry, if you just focus there, that shoots the firing pin out the front.
All right.
That ignites your cartridge, bang,
And away you go.
it's ready to fire again.
That
Open it up, pull that back, it helps eject the cartridge, tip it over, you're ready to go.
Yeah. That's a lovely shape, that one.
Yeah, that,
Yeah.
that is now, that is. But, so that would be your progression. There's another one buried under all that there which we haven't got out,
Oh, I
which
see
would
it,
be
yeah.
the Martini Henry.
Yeah.
So the film Zulu.
Right.
No, you couldn't grab the rifle out of the case, sir. There's still one in a case.
Agree.
If you don't mind.
It's fresh, isn't it? You'd want to be moving about.
Ah, Martini Henry. How could you keep this in a case? The star of the show.
I need to make another stand. So, this is now the first truly designated rifle. So this wasn't a chop job like the Schneider.
Yeah.
This was made. It's a breech loader. So
Oh,
you pull that
yes.
handle down, you now have access to the breech.
Yeah.
Slide that wee ramp, directs the cartridge, slide it in, pull that up, it's ready to fire.
All right.
This little point here is a cocking indicator, so if you pull your finger like or your thumb down like that and feel that,
Yeah.
it's ready to fire.
All
So
right. Yeah.
we'll just decock it. So that there's no bullet in it.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling it. So I know she's empty or it's
Ah.
fired. So this particular model is 1878
Wow.
and it's in lovely condition for its age.
Yeah. It's the simplicity of it that makes them last. You know.
I'm sorry. That's the cartridge.
It's a pretty big round, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
578.
Right. Yeah.
Now, not only is it wide, it's extremely long.
Yeah. I've seen that too. Yeah.
These are wee grooves for grease. That because we're still in black powder era,
Right.
helps to clean, lubricate the barrel,
Yeah.
stops the build up of black powder.
All right. Yeah.
So
Wow.
there you go.
Thank you very much.
You're more than welcome. More than. So basically, he's taken the cartridge, he's tore the top. He's taken the cartridge, he's tore the top off the cartridge. Everything's now getting rammed down the barrel.
Yeah.
We ram it all home. If he rams it, it contains the explosion, it makes it stronger.
Right.
He also uses wadding, be it grass or paper. This means if he's shooting down a hill, the ball that's a smaller diameter can't roll out, can't
Yeah,
dislodge.
right.
It keeps it in place. He now pulls the hammer back to half cock, which is the safety feature of these weapons.
Yeah.
He takes finer powder and he primes the pan, so he pours it into the pan.
All right.
He will then close the frizzen that keeps the powder in place, but also its face then becomes a steel in which to help the spark when he hits it with the flint.
Right.
I've always been having a plan of it, putting a small pack on my left side.
So he goes to full cock. Ready?
Put it on your back.
Fire! Now that's a misfire.
Yeah.
What happens is
It's on my
black powder loves moisture. It just
Yeah.
soaks it up.
Yeah.
It soaks it up from the air, it soaks it up from everywhere. If there's moisture on the steel, now he is getting a spark,
Yeah.
so that means maybe he's going to reprime or problem with these weapons, they're extremely unreliable.
Yeah.
But both sides' weapon was unreliable.
Yeah.
That's why the development of the percussion cap came in.
Yeah.
It kept the ignition system in the weapon as opposed to outside to the elements.
You're not bringing this up to me, are you?
Nope.
No.
Getting a spark, but it's not going.
Hang on,
You see a spark okay?
yeah. Sorry, just here. Try that stuff.
Whoa.
Now,
Nice.
3 rounds a minute
Yeah.
is more or less the average. But the more you fire that weapon, the harder it gets to reload because the black powder leaves a residue inside the barrel.
Right.
It gets harder to ram.
Yeah.
There's also, the barrel will get hot very, very quickly.
Yeah.
There's a chance of spontaneous combustion when you're loading it.
All right. Yeah.
Hence, when you load it, the rifle is pointed away from your face
Yeah.
because as you pour the powder down, it can
It
ignite.
could. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not a nice weapon to fire constantly.
Yeah. I'd say even worse on a rainy day or
On
whatever.
in a rainy day, and some of the earlier battles would have been cancelled by
Yeah.
mutual consent.
Yeah.
Because if you were landed gentry and you'd spent thousands of pounds kitting out your regiment in the best of gear,
Yeah.
you wanted to see your guns working.
Yeah.
So you contact the other landed gentry and go, it's raining today, but we'll come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Mutual agreement would have.
Yeah.
Same with the uniforms. The British red coat uniform
Yeah.
you will hear, oh, the red coat, that's to cover the blood and all. It's a load of
Right.
rubbish. Red was one of the cheapest dyes available,
All right, yeah.
which
Gee.
is why the British adopted the red coat.
Yeah,
Prior to that, whoever raised the regiment, whichever gent raised
Yeah.
the regiment or paid for the regiment, could pick whatever he wanted them to wear.
right, yeah.
One of the reasons uniforms got so gaudy was because
Get the knife
if you could kit your men out in white tunics,
Yeah,
you were showing how much money you had.
yeah,
So you come along and go, right, well, I want a white tunic, but I want gold braid
yeah,
because I have more money than you.
yeah, gee.
Which is why uniforms of the early 1700s and late 16 were so gaudy, and
Yeah,
you wanted to
Showing
be able
off.
to see them in the fog of the gunpowder.
Yeah.
But it was to show off.
yeah.
It was to show, look how much money I have.
And now it's more sort of
Yeah, not be seen. Yeah.
camouflage sort of
Hence the
thing.
First World War uniforms. We're now getting khaki, which is dirt.
Yeah,
Coloured, I think it's Indian for dirt or
Yeah.
mud or something like that. So you're getting the khaki uniforms. And that only happened because the British used to wear white
yeah,
work uniforms.
yeah,
Very, very difficult to keep clean
yeah,
in the hotter climates.
yeah.
So they started to dye them, I believe either with tea or curry paste, and
Right.
give them the colour.
Ah, gee.
Then they were adopted. So
Yeah.
the British went into the First World War with their experience in the Boer War.
Yeah.
Because
Gee.
they were still wearing red at the beginning of the Boer Wars.
All right, yeah.
So they were getting picked off by the...
I'm sure that stood out
sorry,
like a sore
Afrikaans.
thumb. Yeah. Gee.
So that's why they started. They went into the war with khaki, as
Yeah.
opposed to the French, who still had their sky blue and the red pantaloons.
Yeah.
The Germans had their field grey,
Yeah.
which the field grey can vary from a grey to a green to there's a whole variety of field greys.
Yeah. Thanks very much for
You're more than
the.
welcome.
That was very detailed and stuff.
You're more than welcome.